Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I know I haven't been here in a while, but I'm back now, and that's what matters. Okay, so today we're gonna be going through and showing you guys how to take your Game Master sessions in Arma Reforger on PS5 to the next level. I'm gonna be showing you and how to pretty much do it. We're gonna be diving into how to use AI units to operate mortar pits and how to call in strikes using the command wheel, just like a true battlefield commander. Okay, so whether you're new to the GM mode or just want tighter control over your fire support, this one's for you. Okay. This tutorial today is brought to you by the WarFog Community Server, where we're your home for tactical milsim, squad-based gameplay, and custom missions. So, if you like what you see, make sure to add WarFog to your favorites on the server list and help us build a strong and active community of Arma Reforger players. So, let's get into it. Okay, so I'm gonna do a game master mode, and I'll walk you through step by step on how to set up your AI on the mortar pit. We're gonna assign commands and use the command wheel to rain down hell exactly when and where you need it, whether it's right in front of you or marked on a map, which is really important because you could do it like eyes on right in front of you, or you can mark it on a map. Okay, so let's get it on. So, obviously create a unit. We're going to be Atlas Red 1. And this is important because you need this to recruit. Okay, so we'll go here. Booyah! Alrighty. So we'll start with the Game Master first. So obviously there is no Game Master. So we're going to vote. Boom. And start to become Game Master. I got the Eye of Zeus. Booyah! I won Game Master rights. Still got this dude doing his thing. Okay. So we'll start here. All right. So first we're gonna go to the entities. So I got, so there's your pages. And now, so you have 4 pages of entities, right? And they're marked all, which means they have everything that's on here. So we don't want that. So for the first one, we will, it's empty. So you can press R3 on the stick and clear it, right? So press triangle to go to the entities. We want our US, our first page to be US. Go back there and we'll do composition. Bam, which is, everything, your compositions, your helipads, everything for your base. Okay, so we'll press R1 and we'll go to press triangle, go up to the faction, and we'll do US, triangle again, and we'll just do characters. So it's one person. Okay. Alrighty. Press down on the D-pad, L1 to go to your compositions, go over to your mortar pit, and get your mortar pit. So again, press down on the D-pad, highlight the mortar emplacement, press X, hold R1, and then move it around on the with your left joystick. You can choose the direction you want to place that pit. So we'll put it downrange. Press X to place. Booyah! There it goes. So if you want to put multiple, you can do what I just did. Press down on the D-pad, click the mortar emplacement, press X, and then you'll just have to repeat that process, right? But that's whack, dude. We don't want to do that. So if I want a mortar barrage, right? Or I want, like, you know what I mean? I want like a legit mortar barrage. So I'll press down on the D-pad, go over here, highlight the mortar emplacement, press X on it. It's all, highlighted like that. But instead of pressing X, I'm going to hold R1 and then press X. Boom. And now it's automatically queued up for me. So I just repeat the process. R1, X. Hold R1, X. Hold R1, X. Hold R1, X. You could do that with people too. So hold R1, X. Hold R1, X. Hold R1, X. But we don't need all that. So it's better to do it individually. Place him down. Press X on him. He's highlighted in white. Tell that boy to get in. And they're not going to go where you want them to go, so it's just best to do it one at a time. Booyah. And how you place them is you click the dude, bam. You highlight him in white. Highlighted. You know, there's his property wheel, and then hold triangle for his command wheel, and when he's highlighted, you hold square for his property wheel. So we're gonna hold triangle, tell him to get in. I don't like you there. Booyah. He's highlighted, hold triangle, tell him to get in. Booyah. So that's how you place mortar pits and then place AI inside the mortar pits. Okay, so if you want now, let's figure out how to get him a target. Put your cursor wheel over him, over his unit tab, tap X. Boom, he's highlighted. Now you can go over here. Wherever your cursor's at is where he'll target. So once you want him to strike this thing, like right here, you hold triangle. It comes up with his command wheel. You go up to the magnifying glass. It says artillery, right? Press triangle. Boom! Now he's got a command order. So he's ordered to fire on that thing. But he's idle, right? They're all idle, right? So that one dude's got a command order for that. So once you go over to that artillery fire command order you placed, you go over it and hold triangle. Boom! Brings up the entities. So entity is what type of ammunition you want him to fire. We'll have him fire smoke. Up top, the number of rounds you want him to shoot at that command order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, 40, unlimited. We'll do 1 round. Once you choose your ammunition and the amount of rounds you want him to fire, press circle. Circle will, as you can see, circle will close and save. So this boy should be, where's he at? There he is. This boy should be following orders. Yep, there it says right there, following orders. Come on. That thing's in the air. And this dude will keep shooting over and over and over again, right? Yep. Booyah. Now, now that it's he's firing rounds, and if you want to shift the fire for that particular tube, you go over it again. You put your cursor on it. You tap square, and then you can move it. Boom. And now he'll shift his fire after he's done with his rounds that he has now. After he's done with those rounds, he'll shift his fire to this new one. Look, order 2. Come on, buddy. Get it in there. Get it in there. Let's see the smoke. Let's see the smoke. You know what's crazy too is when you hit any enemy with this smoke round, it'll knock him out. Booyah! He shifted his fire right. Okay, so that's how you do it for a single tube. If you want to do a barrage, you simply go over the entities. You hold X. You highlight them all. Now that they're all highlighted, boom. Come over here, hold triangle, go up to the artillery fire. Boom. Press right trigger. Booyah. Now all those dudes is they have orders to fire right here. So since they're all highlighted, you can highlight them again just to make sure. You go up to one of the order markers, hold square, go up to edit properties, bam, hold fire. Let's do another round of let's do HE, right? And then fire 1 round. Circle to save and exit. Booyah. They should all be lining up and getting ready for that mortar barrage. Again, the circles disappear once their mission is complete and they follow their orders. So we had them each fire 1 round. Each tube fires a round. And the markers disappear because they follow the orders. Yep. All right, now say you wanted to shift fire or have them do a rolling barrage. So you want to go ahead, hold triangle, go up to artillery fire, mark it. Once it's down, they're all highlighted anyway together as a group. Hold square on just one, up to edit properties. We'll go smoke because it's not as loud. All right, and we'll go unlimited fire. Circle to save and exit. And they should be getting ready to line up. So they're getting their degrees and their distance. Switching out rounds. Boom. Smoke barrage. Come on, Big Daddy. Papa wants to see it. Yep. And since we have them on unlimited rounds, those blue cursors, them blue order marks are going to stay there. Right? Now, if you want to keep that barrage as a whole, you go over it, highlight it. Now they're all highlighted together. You press square on one, and you can move it. Just like that. Now that they're all highlighted and moved as a whole unit, these guys will start getting their degrees and their distance down. Once they get the degrees and their distance down for their new target, we still have rounds in the air. These bad boys, bada bang! Rounds in the air, unlimited rounds. Unlimited power! Let's get a splash on. Let's get a splash on. Come on. Let's get a splash on. Come on. Booyah! All right, so now we got that going. What if you don't want them to fire in the same place, right? We can individually move each impact location. So you just go over one, tap square, move it here. Go over to another one, tap square, move it here. Repeat the process. We haven't fired on unlimited. We have new firing locations. These boys will readjust their degrees, readjust their range, and start putting rounds down where you want it. Uh-huh. Come on. It takes them a little bit. I mean, they're AI. Booyah! Booyah! Yep. And that's how you get them to do multiple barrages, right? And AI is kind of stupid. You can tell them to hold fire, but they won't, right? So you got to individually go over, highlight each one of the fire orders, and delete them. Once they're done with their load, they'll stop firing on their own. Still got rounds in the air. That's fine. Okay, cool. So that's how you use Game Master. That's how you use the Game Master to place mortar emplacements, man them with AI, give them a target, and then have them choose which rounds and how many rounds you want them to use. Okay, so that's for a Game Master, and then we'll go over the other way, which is like, the original way. So we'll come over here, and we'll request a construction truck. All right, booyah. Construction truck. Come over here. Pop the trunk on their ass. Uh-huh. Find your mortar emplacement. Set it down. Now that that's over here, break out your little entrenching tool. Start digging, you lazy bastards. Start digging. Power level over 5,000. Power up in them level mountains. Turn the neck into a bloody fountain, a bloody stain on the ground. That's all that remained when they found them. Howling at the sky when the moon's full. Didn't know you fucking with the werewolf. Ain't no telling what I'm finna do. Wake the beast inside of me and let it loose on all of you. Feeling like a diabolic monster. Anybody get it, baby? You don't want a problem. Fuck around and find yourself devoured by the goblin. Murder is a hobby, and we love to do it often. There we go. Yep. Okay. So now that that's there, use the construction truck. Now that thing's got to have supplies, right? I have the global supply off on Game Master, so there's just endless supplies. So you want supplies in that, or have a partner running with you with a supply truck fully loaded. Come over here to your barracks. So obviously this is simulating doing it at the base. Boom.
Hold your ground.
Okay, come over here, one of these dudes. Hold L1, tap right on the D-pad.
Fall in.
Recruit one of these boys. Now you have to be a squad leader in order to do this, right? So Lewis joined. Boom. Now he's a part of our squad. Okay. Now here's another tricky part too. If you try and have him do what I'm about to show you, there cannot be another vehicle around, because they'll jump into that vehicle. You know, so then, okay, so you have him recruited to your squad by being a squad leader, walking up to him, holding L1, then pressing right on the D-pad and hitting recruit. Now you walk up, now that he's a part of the squad, you walk up to a mortar pit, hold L1, press right on the D-pad, and you tell that lazy bastard to get in. Boom! Holding L1 and tapping right on the D-pad brings up their command wheel. Booyah! Now this bad boy is in the mortar pit and he's taking orders from you. So, let's break out our weapon. Aim down sight, because this is line of sight, so we want him to shoot that building. So we put our sight on it. You can't use it while aiming down sight of a weapon. You can use it while aiming down sight of binoculars. Okay, so now that that's where we want him to shoot. Hold L1. Press right on the D-pad. Oh! Hit artillery. Right trigger on artillery. Bam. Well, let's do a little something else fun too. Go ahead. Line it up, Cheetah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, them boys on Xbox and PC didn't want to give us the sauce. They didn't want to give us the secret sauce. Now we know. Now we know. PlayStation coming up, baby. Uh-huh. Get some. Allah Akbar. Uh-huh. Ain't no stopping what can't be stopped. Ain't no killing what can't be killed. Everybody want go heaven, but nobody want death. Okay. Boom. So that he's shooting at that. Now we want him to shoot at this guy over here. Ooh. So we'll move it there. We got that down. Hold L1. Tap right on D-pad. Have him switch line of sight fire. Again, L1 on L1. Hold L1. Tap right on the D-pad. Go up to artillery fire. Right trigger.
We'll go.
Uh-huh. And this boy over here ain't doing a tinker's damn. Where are you from? Where are you from? Creeping around. Ain't no one here but us. Give me some fire on that truck. Come on, John. Give me some fire on that truck. Yes, sir. Lay the hate. Lay the hate, John. Lay the hate. Wunderbar! Yeah! Oh! Okay, so you can try and tell him by holding L1 and tapping R or tapping right on the D-pad. You can try and tell him to hold fire. He'll say acknowledge, but he won't. So what you got to do to make him stop is have him follow you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Rounds on target. Good effect. Okay, so you tap hold L1, tap right on the D-pad to make him follow you. He'll get out of the mortar pit. And then, so you got to just repeat the process. Hold L1, tap right on the D-pad, make him get in. Okay. So, that's how you use Game Master to set up mortar pits and man it with AI. This is how you use direct line of sight for set up a mortar pit using the construction truck and AI from a barracks and fire on line of sight targets. Now let's go over how to use it on the map. Boom. So he's in our squad, right? And we're basically right here. We'll use a white circle. And we want to fire on this house at grid marker east 1 or east 046 north 111. So this is what's called your eastings and northings, right? So it's always east. The grid coordinate is always east and then north. So an easting is at the numbers on the bottom of your map. Those are for your east. The ones on your left are for the north, right? So when you want to find out what this is, you figure out where you're at and you say east 046. That means this line right here is 046. So everything east of this line in that grid box will be 046, and that's a 100-meter grid box. So east 046, you come down here, find 046, and then north 111. You go to the left, you find 111. That's your northing. Everything north of that line will be 111. This one is box 1110, north 1110. So it's east 046. Okay, we found that. North 111. There it is. Boom. Right? And then, he'll say east 046, north 111. It's going to be the large building in the northeast corner. Okay. We got the grid 046, north 111, large building, northeast corner. Okay, so it must be that. So we have our dude following our orders. He's in the manned mortar pit. You come here like you're putting a mark, but instead of putting your markers down, you go to command wheel. Boom! Now you can tell your dudes to defend that area, move to that area, or call in mortar. Once you go over to the mortars, you press right trigger. Bam!
Copy.
He copies. Oh my God. Legit indirect fire. So when you got dudes out there in the field, and you're at a mortar pit, he calls in your degrees and your range. This dude, if you're over here at the mortar pit, bada bing, he'll put fire on it, on that building. Let's jump into Arma Vision and check it out. Target. Where is it? Oh, rounds on target. Good rounds, fire for effect. Good rounds, fire for effect. So I could even be here. And have my guys shooting over there. I could also point here, hold L1, tap right bumper, or tap right on the D-pad, and have him switch fire, line of sight. After he's done shooting those rounds, he'll switch fire to that building. Right? I'm here, so I know where I'm at on the map. Boom. So I'm like right here somewhere. He should be adjusting fire. Come on, big guy. I'm over here doing the jig. Everybody, yeah. Oh, would you look at that? Just by pointing where I want him to shoot, holding L1, tapping right on the D-pad, choosing artillery fire. Boom. And he's all the way down there. Okay, so I want him to shift fire to that bunker right there, to that building right there, using the map. So I'm right here. Wait, it doesn't show up on the map. Okay, I want him to shift fire to those buildings right there. Just by using the map. Bada bing, bada boom. Go here. Press square. Down to the command wheel. Over artillery. Trigger. Yeah, he's messing it up, bro. And we're having them switch targets to these dudes over here. Like I said, using only the map. He's readjusting his fire. Got his range down, his degrees down, locked in his mills. AI are obviously better at it than doing it for us on PlayStation. On PlayStation, you got to use, like, you know, the joysticks, and if you move left or right, for your degrees, your range up and down will be affected. Oh my God! Yep. So there we go. And that's how you use that's how you use mortars, using nothing but your map, or that's how you assign AI guys to your mortar pits that you build, and then you're able to use direct line of sight to call in mortar strikes and use map coordinates on coordinates on your map to call in indirect fire. Okay, now say you want to take your dudes out and about in the world, right? So you're at a base, but you don't want to have your artillery base, your artillery pit, and all indirect fire composition at the main base, because what's going to happen? Everybody's going to like shoot your squad mate in the head, and they're going to take over the mortar pit. All right. So what you want to do is come back here, request vehicle, get a construction truck, boom. All right. La 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 la. Okay, so you got your construction truck. You're going to come over here as a squad leader, so you have to be in charge of your own squad, Atlas, Red 4, what have you. You're going to bring a dude, bring him out. Bam. Now you only need one of these guys. Walk up to him. Come here. Walk up to him. Follow me.
Squad, on me. Squad, follow me.
Okay. Boom. And you're a recruit. Remember, if you're having trouble like finding the recruit button, you just hold L1 right on D-pad and then
Squad,
put follow,
me.
right? And then that should automatically bring up, when you do it again, L1 right on D-pad, the recruit.
You're with us.
You're with me, buddy. All right, come on, change. Ted Brown. Ted Brown. Okay, Ted Brown, you're with me. Okay.
Squad,
Follow me, Ted Brown.
on me.
Copy.
You want to get into your vehicle? Because you can have these guys drive you, but you don't want to. All right. Okay. Where you at? Okay, so L1, hold L1, right on the D-pad. Tell them to get in.
Find some transport.
Copy.
Get over here. Get over here. Come on, big doggy. There we go. And now we can drive. Oh, look at they destroy these buildings. Okay, but for the sake of saving time, we're just gonna go ahead and go into Game Master and pretend we're driving. So we're driving. Look how long, like, it's taking a while to do it like this, but look how long it would take for me to actually drive. We're gonna come through here, blah 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 blah. We're gonna drive, and we're gonna come to, let's say, Gory, right? Bam. We have arrived. Okay, you're gonna have a command wheel, hold L1, press right on the D-pad, and
Squad,
let's get him to move there.
Copy.
No, no,
Squad,
follow me.
follow
Get out,
me.
get out, get out, get out. You're not supposed to do all that. You're not supposed to do all that. Let's see,
Squad, stop.
Acknowledge.
okay. So let's go ahead, and now that he's holding in place, we're gonna come here. We're gonna pop the trunk. Booyah. We're gonna get our mortar in placement. And we're gonna set it up right there. Get out of that. Break out the shovel. Time to get the hands dirty. Start digging. Bad, 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 bad boys. You make me feel so good. Let's go. Jeez Louise. Actually, like, to build a mortar pit in this amount of time in real life would be pretty tight, dude. You realize what we could have done? Boom, mortar pit set. Okay, so as we learned earlier, you can't have them be around this thing, so you'd want to, you know, back this up right there. Okay, so, you know, you would get in the car and you would back that up. Okay, so command wheel.
Squad.
Get in.
In a vehicle.
Get over here. Again, to make them do stuff, you hold L1, press right on the D-pad.
Squad.
Get in there.
In a vehicle.
Acknowledged.
All right, booyah. Now you have a mobile mortar pit. So instead of, you know, having it back at base, you can recruit AI and have them roll with you, you know, wherever you want. Where are we? Anyway, wherever we are. I think we're around here somewhere. No military site, Gory. Oh, so here we are. So we can mark on the map with a white flag, and it'll say, you know, we could put in mortar. And now the rest of the team, the rest of the team can see that we have a mortar pit there. So they can call in, you know, mortars, you know, and it only goes like 2,600 meters. So now they could be like, okay, we need to assault a farm at Montagnag, right? And it'll be, you know, they'll be like gas station at farm, grid 051070. Okay, so you got it. They can also mark it for you. How cool is that? So if I was another player, I would put that, and I would put, you know, target 1. Okay, and then, you know, do another one. Come over here, go down here, write in the text. Target 2. And then third. Target 3. Boom. And now your squad mates or anybody else looking for fire support will call in these buildings. We got our manual dude set up here. This guy's obviously taking orders from us, manning the mortar. So we'll come down here. Simple as this. Press X, or hold square on it. Go to command. Have them drop mortars.
Copy.
Mortars inbound 1 or 051071. Target 2. He'll take him a little while to, you know, do his thing. To you know, adjust his bullshit. There you go. He's got his degrees. Bam. Got his range. Bam. Let's go into Arma Vision and see what he's doing. Montagnag, target 1. Where's the farm at? Is it over here? Should be this, right? Heading target building 2. Let's switch to Game Master mode for this. Yep, so he's assaulting target building 2. You know, and obviously they're not super accurate, but you know, what can you do? Okay. Now they're calling for rounds on target building number 1. Hold square, command wheel, artillery fire. Boom.
Acknowledged.
He'll adjust his fire. Rounds on target. Rounds in the air for target building 1. Confirm splash. Come on now. Booyah! Target building 1. Good effect, good effect. Yep, round on target. Fire for effect. Okay. Close Game Master. Go back to your map. Adjust fire or switching target. Target 3. Boom. Switch fire.
Copy.
He'll adjust his dope. He gets his range in. Gets his degrees in. Got him sighted in for target 3. Go over to target 3. I mean, obviously you won't be able to see it in game, but still had rounds in the air. Rounds should be popping off at target building 3. Oh, round on target. Oh, a little off. Round on target. A little over, but whatever. You know, it's got a good big group. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. And that's how you can stop now, Ted. Ted! Ted! Direct violation of superior command's orders. Direct violation! Yeah, so, and that's how you do it. You know, that's how you set up mortar positions and man them with AI. Pick out targets and, you know, mortar compositions as a GM. How to set up mortar pits and man them with AI and have them attack targets line of sight, and then how to set up AI pits, man them with AI and attack targets using map, and then how to get a mobile mortar pit, man it with AI using a construction truck, and then deliver it to where you want in the field. So you know, those are basically the 4 things to do. And it's really easy once you learn how to do it, you know. There's like nothing you can't do with it. So it's pretty fun. And you know, that's just how it's done. Alrighty, gentlemen, until the next time, we'll probably go over how to make AIs like patrol and stuff like that. But if you like what you see, make sure you give a like, a follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. And let me know what's going on. Again, this just want to thank you guys for watching. If you found this helpful, you know, drop a like, sub to the channel, and feel free to ask any questions below. I do respond. If you want more tactical gameplay and community events, join us on the WarFog server, you know, and help us grow the Reforger Milsim scene. You know, every soldier counts. Make sure you add the WarFog to your favorite list. That way we can grow the community, and you know, and we'll just make it bigger and bigger and bigger, boys. We have multiple, like 2 Discords for it. We have Ghosts of Everon, and that's specifically tailored to the WarFog server. And then we have a community Discord called Gamers Unlimited. You know, it's just casual gaming for that side. Alrighty, gentlemen. Till next time, man. See you guys on the battlefield. Ow!